Aria sat cross-legged on her bed, staring at the unfinished sketchbook in her lap. The pencil marks were smudged, the hands she had drawn looked too big and the face was crooked. "Ugh, I'm so bad at this," she muttered, snapping the book shut. "Why do I even try? I'll never be good enough." It was the first week of summer break, and Aria had promised herself she'd finally get better at drawing. Instead, after just 3 days, she was ready to quit. Her older cousin Chloe, who was visiting for the summer, peeked into the room. "Hey Aria, you okay?" Aria sighed. "I keep messing up. I wish I could draw like those artists online. They're perfect. Not." Chloe walked in and sat beside her. She didn't scold or roll her eyes. Instead, she said quietly, "Want to hear a secret? You don't have to be perfect to be worthy." Aria frowned. "What do you mean?" Chloe tapped the closed sketchbook. "Your worth isn't measured by how perfect your art is, or your grades or your looks or anything else. You're valuable just by being you. Drawing is something you love, right?" Aria nodded slowly. "Then let yourself love it, even if it's messy. Accepting yourself means saying, I don't need to be flawless to matter." Aria thought about that all night. The next morning, instead of crumpling up the bad drawings, she left them in her sketchbook. She even wrote beside one, "This hand looks like a potato, but at least I tried." Somehow that made her smile. Aria began sketching every day, not to be perfect but just to enjoy the process. Each page told her own story, crooked lines, funny mistakes and all. But a few weeks later, another problem came up. At soccer practice, Aria tripped over the ball during a drill. The whole team laughed and her cheeks burned. "You're such a klutz," she whispered to herself under her breath. "Why can't you do anything right?" Coach Ramirez overheard and called her over. "Aria, can I ask you something? Would you ever call a teammate names if they messed up?" Aria shook her head. "Of course not. That would be mean." "Then why do you think it's okay to say that to yourself?" he asked gently. Aria blinked. She had never thought about it like that. The coach smiled. "Mistakes are proof you're learning. Be kind to yourself. Instead of calling yourself a klutz, try saying, I messed up but I'll do better next time." Talk to yourself the way you talk to a friend. That night, when she almost spilled water on her sketchbook, Aria caught herself before saying something mean. She took a deep breath and whispered, "It's okay, Aria. You're learning." Felt weird at first, but also lighter. She realized self-love wasn't about ignoring mistakes. It was about choosing kindness instead of cruelty when she made them. By the middle of July, Aria was juggling soccer practice, sketching, and helping her friends plan a big school project for next term. She wanted to say yes to everything, but soon she felt drained. When her best friend Zoe asked her to join another group chat for the project late at night, Aria wanted to say no. She was exhausted, so she typed, "Sure, I'll be there." The next day she was so tired she couldn't focus on practice. Later, Chloe found her curled up on the couch, scrolling through the group chat with drooping eyes. "Aria, you look worn out. Why don't you log off?" "I can't," Aria groaned. Zoe will be mad if I don't join every meeting. I don't want to disappoint her. Chloe raised an eyebrow. Let me tell you something. Setting boundaries is not the same as being selfish. Saying no to things that hurt you so you can say yes to the things that really matter. You can't pour from an empty cup. Aria hesitated. But what if Zoe doesn't understand? Then maybe she's not respecting your boundaries. True friends will. That night, Aria typed carefully into the chat. Hey guys, I can't stay up so late for meetings anymore. I need to get enough sleep for soccer and my art. I'll still help during the day, but I need to log off earlier. Her heart pounded as she hit send. To her surprise, Zoe replied, Totally fair. We'll update you in the morning. Aria felt a rush of relief. For the first time, she realized that protecting her energy was part of self-love too. She learned that saying no didn't make her weak. It made her stronger. By the end of summer, Aria's sketchbook was filled, not with perfect art, but with pages that told her journey, messy drawings, doodles of her soccer team, and even a picture of a little girl holding a huge shield with the words self-love written across it. On the last night before school started, Aria looked in the mirror. She wasn't suddenly perfect or mistake-free, or endlessly available to everyone. But she had learned something better. To accept herself even with flaws. To be kind to herself, especially when she made mistakes. To set boundaries so she could protect her energy and joy. She smiled at her reflection and whispered, I'm enough. Just as I am. And for the first time in a long while, she truly believed it. The end.